beautiful. If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now, my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's reading is all about how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush. Now, this is a very fun reading and I'm very excited for it. It was also a suggestion of one of you guys, so thank you very much for that. As always, if you have any suggestions, even if it's a full list, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. So my dear, let me zoom in a little bit more. All right, that looks good. So these are the three piles. As always, feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. The timestamps will be down in the description box, but also in the comment section below. As always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would a tarot reader describe you when it comes to your crush, okay? What would they tell your crush about you? So my dear, let's start straight away. I would like to first get you some tarot cards and then later on dive a little bit deeper with some more oracle. So for my dear pile 1, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? One more shuffle. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? Okay, that's enough. So let's see. Let's see for my dear pile 1. All right, so the first card we have is the Three of Swords. The next card is the Five of Wands. Let's see, let's see, let's see. We have the Ten of Cups. For my dear pile 1, the Six of Swords. How would a tarot reader describe pile 1? Wow, look at that. Okay, so let's see. Knight of Swords. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? What would they say? What would they say about you? Let's see. Oops, okay. We have the Eight of Swords. And let's give you one last card for my dear pile 1. By the way, I just heard that some of you guys could have also been drawn to pile 3 as well. If this is the case, then of course feel free to watch it. At the back of the deck we have the Fool card. Alright, so my dear pal 1, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? So first of all, we have very interesting energies here. In fact, some of the energies are very, very contradicting, but actually, if I'm looking through it, it does make a lot of sense. But let me start with that. So, a tarot reader would tell your crush that you are someone who has experienced heartbreak. You are someone who knows exactly how it feels like to feel not good enough and to feel like you're not receiving as much as you actually deserve. But at the same time, all those experiences, all the pain has never made you turn into ice. In fact, your heart is still wide open and you're so much more powerful than the experiences you have encountered. And this is something they would really emphasize when it comes to your crush, that your heart space is so powerful. You have so much love to give, okay? I'm even hearing you have so much love to give to your crush. Like, this is something your this tarot reader would tell your crush, that we're talking about love that you would literally offer this person. And at the beginning I said wow, because the Three of Swords and the Ace of Cups are in a way very paradox, because on one hand we have the Three of Cups, which is all about heartbreak, betrayal, pain and suffering. And then you have the Ace of Cups, which is one of the most lighthearted cards in the tarot, right? Which is all about like a beautiful heart, openness, being emotionally able to receive and give new love, compassion. But this makes a lot of sense, because this is not you. The pain you have experienced in life is just an experience, that's it. But it doesn't define who you are, it doesn't define what you deserve at all. And it doesn't matter if this for you is maybe a previous partner who has done you really like wrong, such as like toxicity or even abuse, or whether this is just in general, throughout the years you feeling neglected, rejected, you never really getting the love or the attention that you deserve, people being really unfair to you. And it doesn't only have to be romantically, it can also be parents, right? Or society in general. And yes, you've experienced that. Yes, you know how it is to feel like not being good enough, but at the same time you have so much love and so much compassion that drives you forward. And this is one of the most powerful forces that you have. And this tarot reader would first of all, or better to say second of all as well, tell your crush that you are such a beautiful individual inside and out. There is something about your heart. There is something about the way you see the world. You are the kind of person who wants to spread kindness. You are the kind of person who wants to uplift others. And I'm actually, what I just heard? I heard they would tell your crush that your crush would be a really, really lucky person to be with you, okay? And maybe you're watching this and you're just like, what? Like, my crush is so out of my league, or no, like, because I do feel like at times you may see yourself, like, make yourself a little bit small, okay? Like, you may have those thoughts, my crush is like so much better than me. But this is like so not true, okay? Whatever it is you think they have, or whatever it is that you think you don't have, let me tell you that you are equals, and that your crush would be extremely, okay, a lucky person to get or to taste the love that you have to offer. This tarot reader would also tell your crush that you are someone who, and this is very interesting, it's kind of like a sneak peek, regarding the energies coming into your life. This is more so future based. They will tell your crush that in the future you will gain success in something you have been very passionate about, okay? Something you will be extremely focused on achieving. Now, for some of you guys, you may already be on the path towards it. You may have already started planning, started like becoming active to really go after this dream or whatever it may be. It's more so career based, or it could also be a goal, like something such as it's either like financially connected to you, such as, let's say, you would like to get a certain position or a certain career, a certain job, but it can also be something more so fun that you would like to one day experience. Let's say a world like trip, or some kind of a more so creative success. All right, and this is where you are heading towards. For a lot of you guys, I feel like you may not even see it yet because you are still in the beginning, or you may have not even like um, gone the path, okay? But it's in your energy. And this is what your, yeah, what this tarot reader would describe or would tell your crush about you, that you will actually get very successful in something you are very, very passionate about. It can even be something with the Five of Wands being here in which there is love competition, okay? So it could be in a work field or a position that a lot of people are looking after for, okay? Like they really want to like achieve it as well. But it's your uniqueness, it's your special approach that's gonna make the difference here. And this is a major thing in this spread for me, that you are someone who's so special. And this is something your, I don't know, say your tarot reader, but the tarot reader, okay, is gonna tell your crush that they've never been with someone like you. Because I feel like there's, like, you are so different from people your crush could have been with so far, okay? And one major thing is that you have a lot of individual energy. So what do I mean with that? There is something very like, something regarding their previous partners is somehow the same, okay? And with you, you are like this fresh air, like this fresh breeze. And it's kind of like their previous partners were all gray and white, and you are coming in with full force and full colors. So you are unique, you are special, and this is really something that is always gonna make a difference for you. So this is almost like an advice for you, my dear Padawan, that you don't need to fit in, okay? You need to spread your wings, and you need to spread your own unique colors, because that's what the world needs. The world has enough robots already, okay? It's all about you spreading what you have to offer. And this is gonna be what catches your crush's attention. This is what's gonna make you stand out, you being yourself unapologetically. And let me tell you one thing, you will always find the right path for yourself as long as you stay true to yourself and allow yourself to be your authentic self, okay? This was a very long sentence, but it's important. And this is something this tarot reader would also describe to your crush, that you being your authentic self is actually the key to a fulfilled life and to a successful life. And look at that, you have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards that can come through in the tarot spread, really. And with this card being here, I'm looking at the illustration, okay? And we see like a couple and a child, and it's very harmonious. It looks very dreamy and very like a lot of family energy, right? And this is something that your tarot reader would also describe to your crush, that you are someone who's a family-oriented person, someone who has so much love to give. And by the way, you will also be a great parent. Of course, it depends on your own free choice, right? Whether you would want to have a child or not. But regardless of that, you would be a very great parent, because you understand the love and the nurture that a child needs, and the respect. And it's really, wow, it's such a beautiful energy here. And once again, okay, I'm hearing your partner would be lucky to have you. It almost feels like the mantra in this reading. Like, whoever is gonna end up with you will be a very lucky person. And this is something that will tell your crush over and over again. Wow. Because I do feel like, once again, coming back, your heart space is very pure, your heart space is very beautiful. And with the Eight of Swords being here as well, you are definitely someone who has seen the dark side of life. You know, look at this girl. She's like completely trapped. And that's the energy of the Eight of Swords, anyways, right? Feeling like we're stuck, feeling like life is not going anywhere, not being satisfied with our career, with our life in general, could even be a partnership. Just not being happy with where you are. And in fact, perhaps even having a lot of toxicity around that's kind of holding you back from your greatest potential. And I really feel like this is where you're coming from. This is past energy because you've been moving out of it, or if you haven't so far, you will. And where you're heading towards is a much more colorful place. Look at this. It looks like the rainbow, right? You're moving towards a much self-loving path. And I really feel like, for a lot of you guys, if you haven't so far, you will choose yourself, okay? For a lot of you guys, maybe you have always lived up to others people's expectation, or maybe certain opinions, such as parents or people like very close to you, could even be partners like in the past. They really, not controlled, but they had a huge influence on you and were kind of between you and your greatest potential. And this is really where it ends, because you didn't come here to live someone else's life. You didn't come here to make everyone else happy. You came here to make yourself happy. And this is something this tarot reader will explain to your crush, that you will come here in this lifetime and go through the phases of self-exploration, and eventually you will take your power back. And let me just tell you one thing. This is directly to you. You have the potential to do greatness, okay? To do great things in this life. You can be the person to break generational curses. You can be the first person in your family to become very, very wealthy. You can be the first person in your family that moves out somewhere, or really does something that no one else has done so far, and really succeed in it. There's just this very unique energy about you, and you will be able to explore it. And this is something this tarot reader would tell your crush about you. We also have the Fool card here as the overall energy. And I really would like to talk about the Fool card for a second, because look at how beautiful this card is. First of all, we have so many butterflies here. So with the butterfly symbolism being here, this tarot reader would also tell your crush that you are someone who's very adaptable, okay? At the same time, you yourself have gone through major transformations in your life, and really nothing was able to break you down. No matter what kind of heartbreak came into your way, no matter what life has pushed you through, you always came out head held high. And this is the way you approach life. You always move on, okay? As well with the Six of Swords being here. And with the Fool card being here, this is the beautiful energy that's surrounding you. The Fool card is such a fresh energy. This is you coming into your crush's life, or this is really the difference between you and their previous partners. You know, I said you're gonna like spread your wings. This really reminds me almost like, you know, her dress. like wings. She's about to lift, and then we have all the butterflies here as well. But also with the Fool card being here, when we look at the Fool archetype, no matter what the Fool card, or the Fool, better to say, has experienced in the past, the Fool always approaches a new day as a new day, and they don't take the baggage from the past with them. They always see great opportunity coming ahead. And I do feel like one thing that's very special about you is that you have the gift to uplift others. And this is really one trait of 1,000 traits you have that makes you so beautiful. But speaking of beautiful, another thing that the tarot reader would describe you as to your crush is that you are very, very beautiful. And I want to emphasize that here, because with the Three of Swords being here, I don't know why for some, okay, once again, keep in mind this is a general reading, but for some of you guys, there's still this rejection here, or some kind of a wall that I'm meeting. So I feel like for some, maybe you've been taught to compare yourself a lot to others, or see your flaws more so than all the greatness that you have. So please listen closely. You are so beautiful. Plus, what makes you even more beautiful is that you are such an unique spirit. Please hold on to that and don't allow other people. Let me show you that. Look at how similar these cards almost are. It feels like they are the same person. Now, we have this girl right here who is surrounded by those, I think they're ravens perhaps, and she has the heart here with the three swords in it, right? And it looks very, very dark, very draining, very negative. And then we have the Fool card here, and everything is pink. We have the butterflies, we have the beautiful dress. She feels so uplifted, so beautiful in her own unique way. It's almost like this is who you are, but sometimes you feel like this. And I mean, especially nowadays in the world we're living in which we're constantly programmed to be like that, we may find some days in which we compare ourselves to others, but at the same time, it should never be as impactful as illustrated in the Three of Swords energy here, okay? We should never allow other people to break us, really. And this is for you, my dear. This is directly for you to know that you are so incredibly beautiful, but at times you may not even see it. But you are, and how you are, okay? Now I would like to get you some oracle cards as well. Let's see. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? Let's see. All right. Okay. Look at that. Open up to change. Yeah, didn't I just talk about transformation? You are someone who will throughout their lifetime experience a lot of transformations. Now, for some of you guys, those transformations could be physical, in which maybe for some of you guys, you have gone through drastic physical transformations, okay? For some of you guys, you may have already experienced it. For others, it can also be more so in the future, whether you work out, whether you would like to go through some kind of a surgery, whatever it may be. But you are someone, maybe even with age, right? you will experience some kind of a physical change. This physical change can very well be appearance wise, but also with the Six of Swords being here, the physical change can also indicate more so environment, okay? You are someone who you will put yourself first, and whoever is around you and doesn't fit, you will filter them out. You will release them because you will choose yourself. And this is actually something that your crush really, really finds attractive. Like these kind of people. People that put themselves first. People that put their mental health, their emotional health, the physical health, their own sanity really over everyone else. They will not allow the outside world to define who they are. And I feel like this is the path you are moving into more and more. You also have focus on the positive here. Oh, by the way, let me just say one thing. Look at that. You have Aquarius energy coming through. And as we all know, Aquarius, like the unique zodiac sign, right? I mean, such beautiful energy, Aquarius energy here. And this is who you are. Like not in zodiac sign wise, but really your energy. We're talking energy here. It just feels like in a world full of apples, you are a peach, you know? Like you have your own unique taste and flavor, and that's really what makes you so sweet. With the focus on the positive being here and Sagittarius energy, and look at that, both are actually new moons, very interesting here. I really feel like you are someone who is positive. I mean, when we think of Sagittarius, total optimists, right? And besides that, there is something so striking about you. And I really feel like, once again, I hear be your authentic self, because that's really what's gonna make the difference here. And for some of you guys, if you are in contact with this crush, like if this is really someone who you're dating, or someone who you would like to impress, not impress, to be with, okay? If this is someone you want to be with, then the best thing you can really do is to be yourself, because that's when you are the most attractive. All right? It's very interesting how this reading, which was eventually, like at the beginning, all about, yeah, how a tarot reader would describe you to your crush, it became completely like full of advice, and even like motivational speech for you. So I'm very curious how you feel about this, Pile 1. And yeah, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there's something that resonated or something you would like to share with me and everyone else, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Also, my dear, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not know when I upload new pick a card or even candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious, or if you would just like to get, further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, in which I share a little bit more personal stuff, you can find the link to my Instagram down in the description box. And yeah, I would also be very happy to connect there with you as well. But yeah, my dear Pal 1, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear Pal 1, take care, my love. Hey Pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would the tarot reader describe you to your crush? So my dear, I'm gonna start right away with tarot cards, and afterwards we will dive a little bit deeper into the whole topic with some more oracle cards. So let's start. So for my dear pile 2, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? For my dear pile 2. For my dear pile 2, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? Okay, one more card. Shuffle. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? All right, so let's start. Okay. So the first cards we have is the Death card. We have the Three of Cups here. For my dear pile 2, the King of Wands. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? The Nine of Wands. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. The Death card and the Wheel of Fortune. Such powerful. Alright, interesting. Wow, Six of Wands. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? The Seven of Swords and one more card. Alright, look at that. We have the Unknown card coming through, which is very special in this deck, okay? It's something very, very unique. That's interesting. And at the back of the deck, we have the Strength card. All right, everything looks visible. So, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush, my dear pal 2? Let me first tell you that you're coming off as a very fiery, very passionate person. And this is the first thing I'm seeing here. You are someone that... Ooh, you are like a ball of energy, a ball of fire. And it's very interesting because I feel like there are so many different sides to you that needs to be explored. But let me first start with that. First of all, you are someone who people naturally feel drawn towards. Now, for some of you guys, you may actually be completely aware of it. Or for others, you may sometimes even question that, you may have experienced at times people you just met or people that don't know you really good that much, they tend to open up to you very easily. Or, maybe you are the kind of person who at times feels like people talk about their secrets to me and we don't even know each other that well, but people just feel very, very comfortable around you. It's your energy draws people in, my dear. It's very inviting, it's very warm, and once again, very, very likable. You know what's very interesting to me? We're only talking energy, right? So even if I'm pointing out a few zodiac signs here, I'm not talking about, you maybe being that, but more so about just their energy being very, very present. And look at how many times we have, a lion here, and we even have the Strength card, which is the Leo card. But when we really look at the energies, you can be someone who, people really naturally people get attracted to you. And it's very interesting because with the Seven of Swords being here, it could be the case that at times, and the Unknown card, you are not even aware of it, okay? For others, I do feel like, and please keep in mind, because a lot of people are watching, I really feel like we are separating two kinds of people here. One part of you knows all of that and you're really enjoying it, and the other part is a little bit blind to it. Because maybe you at times underestimate yourself or don't really see your greatness. You may play things off, but a lot of people are attracted to you. And I do feel like there is a reason why the Unknown card came through, because barely comes through, okay? I don't really feel like a lot of you guys know how people perceive you. It's kind of like I'm seeing a lion. You're being presented by a lion here, but you may not even see it yourself. But let me tell you, regardless whether you see it yourself or not, this is how the tarot reader would describe you to your crush. And once again, coming back to the fire energy, you are a very passionate person. You're also a passionate lover, okay? Especially, yes, I'm also talking about the more intimate bedroom stuff. You are someone who can really like satisfy their partner, and just in general, like having such a passionate experience with you is very, very fulfilling. I know I heard that for some of you guys, okay, some of you guys could have very interesting. You may be a little bit closed off at times, also with Nine of Wands being here. You know, maybe you don't allow everyone into your circle. Maybe it takes a little bit time for you to have trust in someone, right? Because you are someone who doesn't allow any like BS. So you're not just gonna, you know, keep your door wide open and just allow anyone to come through. No, you are very stern when it comes to who you allow into your life and who not. And it's very visible. With the Seven of Swords, maybe you have experienced having people in your life who took advantage of you, of your kindness, or were really deceitful. And maybe this is where this like being guarded energy comes through a little bit. It's kind of like protecting yourself, and this is something that tarot reader would also describe to your crush. Now, with the Three of Cups being here, something I'm hearing very, very simply is that you are someone who people can have a lot of fun with. And in fact, I'm hearing the tarot reader would describe to your crush that you are someone that your crush would have a lot of fun with. Whether it's just having deep conversations that go all the way, you know, like till 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, or whether it's you guys going out and having fun, partying, or just in general going out, enjoying good food. You are so special and so wonderful, and just someone that people want to spend time with. And your crush would be, yeah, they would have a lot of fun. This is something I'm hearing over and over again. The tarot would describe that they would have a lot of fun with you. Now we also have the Six of Wands here. You know what I just heard? You are someone who can turn things around. You are like a magician, okay? And I've had these messages coming through my previous readings, so maybe you have seen one of them, because I don't know why I feel drawn to say this, but you are someone who can turn things around. So with the Six of Wands being here, it's a very successful card, right? Like it's all about coming out victorious. It literally is the victory card, right? And what I'm seeing here is that whatever you touch has a lot of potential to turn into gold. You are the kind of person, if you discipline yourself to an extent and prioritize and focus, you can achieve anything as long as you don't allow your self-criticism to come in the way, or all those like limiting beliefs. Because this is who you are. You have the victory archetype in you. And for some of you guys, you may have already experienced major success already, okay? Because the Six of Wands is here. It's in the present energy. So For some of you guys, you have already achieved a certain success that you have been, yeah, working towards. And for others, if you haven't so far, it's coming. It's coming pretty quickly because it's in your present energy. So even if it hasn't manifested yet, it's still there. And that's really an indicator for it almost being around the corner. You know, with the strength card being here, which I find, yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, Nine of Pentacles, and look at that, the Chariot card, which, look at that, the Six of Wands is the victory card and the Chariot is the champion archetype. So, my dear pile 2, wow, 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 is all I can really say here. You guys have, you will achieve a lot, and you already have. And this is what you're, yeah, what this tarot reader will describe to your crush, that you're courageous enough to really follow what it is that feels right to you. You are meant to follow your calling. And if you haven't so far, you will do it. And this calling will actually take you towards a place where you will have this financial stability. It's very interesting to me because, yeah, what I just heard was, with the strength card being here, you are someone who can become very influential. All, like the Six of Wands is also indicating the same thing. You have leadership quality. At the same time, I feel like you are a very gentle and kind-hearted like leader. It's not like you're overpowering others with your energy. Also, with the King of Wands being here, the King of Wands is actually kind of like the businessman archetype. My dear pal too, you have so much like that you can achieve, okay? Like it's in your energy field, so much greatness. I just feel like you're supposed to experience achieving your goals in this lifetime. And this is what this tarot will describe your crush. Yeah, I'm sorry, to your crush, okay? What they will describe you as. So I do feel like, yeah, very influential energy. It's kind of like, you know, it's very interesting. The reason why the stars are looking so good for you is because you approach everything with goodness and integrity. And once again, your heart is at a very beautiful place. You want greatness for others as well. It's not coming from a place of greed or like wanting to be better than everyone else. It's really like you have humble and genuine intentions towards becoming successful, and it's kind of like the universe supporting you on those wishes and dreams that you have. Because even like with the Justice card being here, you will get the justice that you deserve in this lifetime. Now, my dear pal too, if you have certain business ideas or if you have certain goals and wishes, this spread is so positive and so motivating. It's like all about go for it. Like this is how this energy feels like, and this is what they would describe to your crush. Really, look at how much potential you have. Like I just feel like watching it, and I don't even know what to say because wow, wow is all I can really voice right now. Please don't let this go to waste. Don't allow other people to take this away from you, because it didn't come here to not experience that. You came here to explore, you know, and it's your birthright. Okay, for some of you guys, you could have also been drawn to pile 1 as well. Let me get you some oracle cards here, my dear pal 2. But yeah, The tarot reader would definitely describe you to your crush as someone who can touch the stars, really. There is no other way to explain it. The passion that you have is where, wow, yeah, this is the determination. This is where it's almost like Manipura is coming through, okay, the third chakra. You have so much that the world needs to see yet, okay? And you need to bring it out. Whether it's ideas regarding your career, whether it's something creative, you have so much that the world is waiting for. Let me see. For my dear pile 2, how would the tarot reader describe you to your crush? How would the tarot reader, okay. Look at that. We have reflect on your priorities. Didn't I just say it? Okay, this is really an advice. This is an advice. I feel like some of you guys, because you are such passionate people, and you may have so many different dreams and goals and wishes. With this card being here, it's almost like an advice for you to focus on what is important. So if you feel like overwhelmed by all the different things that you would like to do, maybe approach it step by step. So really think about 3 things that you would like to approach or you would like to achieve throughout the next years. There is a need for prioritizing here because, I mean, look, it just feels like you have so much fire and the fire is all over the place because like there is so much you want to do and there is so much that you can be successful in. And this is really what the tarot reader would tell your crush about you, that you are supposed to be successful in this lifetime, that you have what it takes to be successful in this lifetime. Okay. Clear your mind, yeah. Okay, interesting. It's almost giving me, okay, I have said fire quite a lot, and once again, so you could be a fire sign, but that doesn't, like that's not what this is about. Once again, it's all energy. But with clear your mind being here, yeah, it just feels like a fireball, which is like all over the place, and you need to organize it. I do feel like you are someone who has a whole universe in their mind, okay? Your imagination doesn't have any limits. You are someone who can create everything from nothing. And this is really, or this is where your power lays. So also with fire energy being here, this is the creative energy as well for me. So creativity, imagination, you have this. My dear, if you want to put something out there, do it, because this is the energy of someone who rules the world. And of course, I don't mean it like literally. I mean like someone who can catch people, who can touch people, who uplifts. And once again, with the unknown card being here, there is no limits when it comes to this lifetime. There is no limits when it comes to your potential. And this is exactly what the tarot reader would explain your crush as well. I would like to get one more card. Wow. My dear pal 2, I'm honestly shocked because like this is the spread of someone who becomes ultra successful, okay? Who can become extremely successful. And this is exactly how the tarot reader would describe you to your crush. And we have trust, all will be well. The tarot reader would also describe to your crush that you are someone who's supported. Now, let me just tell you that you have a team, okay? You have a team of energies, spirit guides, whatever it is that you call it, supporting you, looking out for you, helping you. You're not alone. And this divinely energy is constantly surrounding you and giving you also a lot of strength. I feel like a lot of ideas you may have come even like intuitively your way. Like sometimes you may just have a certain feeling that this is what I want to do. This is something that I feel like really drawn towards, because you are someone who's very, very gifted when it comes to your spiritual gifts as well. And this is what the psychic or the tarot reader would tell your crush about you, that you are someone who has so many gifts and you're heavenly protected. Even if you are in a 3D world, in a 3D reality, you have the connection to the divine, and it shows itself in your energy. And it gives you a lot of strength once again. Yeah. I almost feel like, you see this Chariot card right here? It's like you are this person and these are your spirit guides. These are the energies leading you towards where you're supposed to be so you can, live your best life. Oh, pile 2. Like, this is so positive. This is like motivation to the fullest. Like, I thought pile 1 came through with motivational speech, but you guys, like, wow. Wow. Pile 2, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And if there's something that resonated with you guys or something you would like to share, definitely feel free to do so. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not know when I upload a new pick a card or a candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more so on Instagram, on which I share a little bit more personal stuff, you can feel free to follow me there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. But my dear pal 2, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. As always, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But my dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? Now let's start straight away. I'm gonna start off with some tarot cards, and later on we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more oracle. So let's see. For my dear pile 3, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? For my dear pal 3, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? One last shuffle, please. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? All right. So let's see. Ooh, okay. So the first card we have is the Moon card. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. How would a tarot reader, 4 of Swords, describe you to your crush? Let's see. How would they describe you to your crush? We have the 6 of Swords. 3 more cards. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. For my dear pile 3, how would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? Okay, one card flipped over. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And one more card. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right. At the back of the deck, we have the Six of Wands here. For some of you guys, you could have also been drawn to a pile 2 as well. If this is the case, then of course feel free to watch it afterwards, because there could be some messages for you as well. Now let's come back to this reading, my dear pile 3. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? Now, first of all, let me start with that. You are someone who's extremely healing to other people. Now, it could very well be the case that at times you feel like, or people may have told you that your presence, your energy just has an effect to others, maybe through conversations, you could have a very nurturing energy or very calming. But with the Four of Swords being here, this is really all about healing. Maybe for some of you guys, you do things that, okay, this is for a minority of you. You could literally do stuff that has to do with the healing field, conventional or unconventional. But regardless of that, this is just how your energy comes through. You can make someone feel so much better about themselves, so much like special. Or just simply said, if someone has a bad day, you just know what to do to make them feel better. But not only that, maybe you are the friend who people always go to when they have problems, or people just tend to talk to you because it feels so easy, or you just know what to say. You always have the right thing to say, the right words to use. And this is really one thing that people appreciate about you very, very much. And this is something that this tarot reader would tell your crush about you, that you have a healing gift. And even talking about your partners in the future or in the past, you are someone who, even in a romantic connection, has a really good influence on their partner. You influence others in a way that you make them, you bring the best out of them. And once again, you heal them, you help them. I do feel like a lot of people, maybe this is something you at times think, that people only approach you when they have like difficulties or when they struggle. And the reason for that is because, you're really kind of, for a lot of people, you are like the strength. And it could be very, very draining, by the way, for you. Maybe sometimes you feel like, no, like, I don't give a F anymore, like, why do people always approach me when they want something? Or why do I always have to uplift other people? It drains me. This may be something you sometimes experience, but you just have this very healing aura and this very healing energy to others, regardless. And with the Moon card being here, I do feel like there is something about you, my dear pal 3, which is very, very mystical, very mysterious. You could be, in fact, people who are very, very spiritual. This is something the tarot reader would actually describe your crush. Describe you to your crush as someone who is, you could be someone who does certain practices, reads maybe tarot, or you're literally watching a tarot reader right now, right? But you could have a lot of interest, like personally speaking, in your private life, in tarot or some kind of like divination tools, or more, let's say, just you have this very mystical energy about you. You could yourself be psychic, or you could throughout this lifetime explore and experience a lot of different gifts. It's like you are, I know the High Priestess is not here, but you are someone who's very intuitive and someone who's in tune, okay? This is something I'm hearing. You feel. And in fact, you could even be an empath. And maybe this is why it's at times it's really draining, because yeah, you could have a great impact on others, but getting all this energy can drain you very much. Another thing that I would describe is that you are someone who, you have this desire, this inner calling to break free. I feel like for some of you guys, you may have a certain wish regarding a place you would like to visit, or a certain experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be like travel, but it can also be a certain achievement. I do feel like this desire that you have, or this passion, this dream, can come true big time for you. If for some of you guys this dream that you have surrounds itself, you know, with like your spirituality, if you would like to do something in that field, you can be very, very successful in it. But not only that, it can be anything really. Some kind of a calling. It's so interesting because like this is all about how a terrier would describe you to your crush, but in every single reading so far, I almost feel like it turns out to more so motivational speech here. And it's kind of like your spirit guides are taking control, and they want you to see your own greatness, and they want to motivate you. But this is actually something that this terrier would explain to your crush, that you're just someone who has so much potential. You're just someone who, the Six of Wands is your overall energy. You can succeed. You can really be victorious. Yeah, you guys definitely, for some, you could have been drawn to a pile 2 as well, because for pile 2 it was also all about like success and victory. But coming back to you, my dear pile 3, it's now different with you as well. In fact, what I'm seeing here is, I'm hearing follow your heart, because your heart leads you to the place you need to be. And I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being here as well, it's really all about, like, it's a question of time. In this lifetime, you will experience success. And it's all about the right timing, okay? For some of you guys, with the Seven of Pentacles being here, you could have been waiting for quite some time for a certain achievement, yeah? But it's coming, because the wheel is, it's ticking, okay? And this is divine timing. So maybe for some, you don't like divine timing because at times it has, you know, there is some waiting attached to it. But in actuality, divine timing, it's all about great things coming when they're supposed to come, at the best possible time, okay? And this is one thing that this tarot reader would also explain to your crush here, okay? That all the effort, all the sweat, blood, and tears, everything you've been doing so far will be worth it. You will be able to harvest what you have been putting all your energy into, okay? So if someone watching this, you are waiting for this something that you've been working towards, it's coming. It's really this divine timing energy that's bringing this delay in, okay? Another thing that the tarot reader would tell your crush about you is that you are someone who's so incredibly deep. There is so much to explore about you. You know, maybe from the outside, some people may not really may sense it, but there is so much depth to your personality, to you as a person, which once again the Moon card does emphasize here. So some people may see it, they may catch up on this mysterious energy here that really comes with, yeah, the depth that you have to offer. And I do feel like another thing that the tarot reader would explain to your crush is that you have the power. Okay, I'm thinking about how to explain it, because it may come off differently, or because what I'm hearing is you have the power to manipulate people, but maybe manipulation is not the correct word here, because it sounds like you're off doing, you know, like negative things without them knowing it, like taking their will away. That's not what I mean. Oh, okay. You have the power to influence people, not manipulate, influence. This is a better word here. Yeah, you guys, like, this is Pal 2 energy coming through you big time. But coming back here, you have something very influential about you. You could even become famous. Like, you guys have this potential to literally be famous, whether it's on the internet or maybe well known for what you do regarding your career. But the potential is there, my dear. And in fact, I see that throughout the years, looking also into the future, you will become someone who's very, very respected, whether it's in your community, whether it's in your work field. But people will respect you for what you have achieved. This tarot reader would also describe to your crush that you have come from such humble beginnings, and where you're heading towards is here. It's the Nine of Pentacles. It's this financial independence. It's this place of abundance in which you can actually enjoy your wealth. You can actually enjoy your abundance. And I do feel like this is something for a lot of you guys you've been working hard for. But once again, the wheel, right? And the Nine of Pentacles, there is a delay here. It's not fast moving energy, it's slow and steady. Another thing the tarot reader would describe to your crush is that you are someone who's very, very beautiful. That's another thing. I think this message also came out in another pile. But regardless of that, you are someone who, yeah, you're very, very beautiful, my dear pile 3. I'm wondering whether you're aware of it or not. Because unfortunately, you know, sometimes when people compliment someone else, they try to like play it off, and so because they may not really know how to handle it, or because they have been programmed to think otherwise. But let me just tell you, and I really mean it, you are extremely beautiful, and this is exactly how they would describe you to your crush as well. I would like to get some oracle cards here. Let's see. Oh, another thing that would describe to your crush is that when you fall in love, you fall in love deeply. You devote yourself to your partner and you give your all. That's something I'm hearing here. In fact, when it comes to love, there is so much innocence in your energy because you genuinely want to give love and you genuinely want to be loved. There is no playing around, there is no playing games. You really honor the art and the gift of love. Let me see. For my dear pile 3. Okay, we have clear your mind. Let's see. Let's get you 2 more cards for my dear pile 3. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? All right, we have shine. Beautiful. And one last card. How would a tarot reader describe you to your crush? Cool your emotions. All right. So, first of all, another thing, okay, I'm hearing is that what the tarot reader would also describe you as to your crush is that you are someone who's extremely smart. You are someone who sees through stuff. You see beyond the surface, you know, like maybe at times you look at something and you may see something and observe something completely different than other people. It's kind of like you have what it takes. You observe. And another thing that's very special about you is the way your mind functions. You know, it's the way you carry yourself, the way you think. I feel like you are someone who could have a lot of interesting conversations with your crush. For those of you guys who like actually know their crush and even interact with them, let me tell you one thing. Your crush really enjoys having conversations with you. Like, this is something I'm really feeling because your mind impresses. This is one thing your tarot reader would explain to your crush, that you have a mind that's so unique and yeah, just one word really, impresses. There's no other way to say it. And also with the shine card being here, I feel like the way you come through, you just have like your light, okay? Your energy. And this is really what I was talking about. Your energy is what people almost are thirsting for. And yes, at times it could be draining because not every attention is great, right? So maybe at times people come to you that you actually don't even want to. But it's kind of like you are this light that all the insects feel like drawn towards. And when I say insects, I don't mean like in a negative way. I just feel like literally, you know, in nature, a lot of creatures really feel drawn towards like light. And this is the same thing with you. When you shine your light, a lot of people also get attracted. I really feel like you have so many emotions to give, my dear. Like, you have so much love to give, even if at times you did not receive as much love back as you should have. But you have a whole universe in this little heart space of yours, and it needs to come through and it wants to be shared. And this is what this tarot reader would explain to your crush as well. Wow. You actually are such a beautiful partner. You know, whoever you end up with, like, you will give a lot of love. This person will be very lucky because of all the emotional depth that you will be able to give to them. And this is why it's a devotion. Like, there is this element of devotion in here. This is exactly what I received with Nine of Cups being here, okay? Wow. My dear pile 3, as I said with all the other piles, I mean, we've gone beyond the reading. Like, we have also picked up on like other messages coming through, but they were meant to come through. I know this motivational speech was meant to come through because this is something you need to hear right now. Okay? You need to hear of your own greatness. Maybe because people have not voiced it enough. Maybe you haven't heard these things that often. Hey, maybe you're listening to this and just like, that's not true. Like, I'm not that awesome. I'm not that great. Like, I'm not that smart. Yes, you are. It's unfortunate that people have not pointed it out as much as they should have. But this is how awesome you are, okay? It's important for you to know that. So, my dear pile 3, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there is something you would like to share, or if there is something that resonated with you, please feel free to let me know, and also everyone else. Also, my dear, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not know when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you would like to get further information, or you're just curious regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, in which I share more so personal stuff, you will find my Instagram link in the description box, and I welcome you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal 3, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.